Deep in the untouched canopy of the Amazon rainforest and other tropical forests of Central and South America lives one of the most powerful and majestic raptors on Earth. The Harpy Eagle, scientifically known as Harpia harpyja. Often called the largest and most powerful eagle in the Americas, this apex predator features a massive body, powerful talons the size of grizzly bear claws, a striking double crest on its head, and a wingspan reaching up to 2 meters. Harpy eagles inhabit dense, mature lowland rainforests from Mexico to northern Argentina. They spend most of their lives high above the forest floor, soaring silently or perching motionless on giant emergent trees. Yet their existence is precarious. These eagles reproduce extremely slowly, usually raising only one chick every 2 to 3 years. Deforestation, habitat fragmentation, and direct shooting by humans have caused their population to decline sharply. With vast areas of primary forest disappearing, the Harpy eagle's future hangs in the balance. Today, we follow an extraordinary 180-day journey, from a single egg laid high in the canopy to a young survivor raised above the deadly forest floor. A story of incredible parental dedication, extreme vulnerability, and the brutal lessons needed to become the ultimate predator of the treetops. Are you ready to rise into the world of the Harpy eagle? Harpy eagles are highly selective about where they nest. They choose the tallest emergent trees in mature rainforest, often massive kapok, silk cotton trees, or other giants, building their enormous nests 27 to 43 meters, 90 to 140 feet above the ground. The nest is a massive structure, roughly 1.5 meters across and over a meter thick, made of large sticks and lined with softer green leaves, seed pods, and sometimes animal fur. Pairs often reuse and repair the same nest for many years, sometimes even decades. The female typically lays 1 or 2 large white eggs. If 2 eggs are laid, the second is usually smaller and laid several days after the first. In most cases, only 1 chick will survive. Both parents share incubation duties, but the female takes the majority of the responsibility, sitting on the egg for long periods while the male hunts and brings food. Incubation lasts approximately 53 to 56 days. During this time, the parents must protect the egg from heavy tropical rains, strong winds that can shake the high canopy, and occasional threats from other birds or curious monkeys. The female rarely leaves the nest unguarded. When she does, the male takes over immediately. The greatest dangers at this stage come from habitat destruction and human activity. Logging or clearing for agriculture can cause a giant nest tree to be felled, destroying the egg instantly. Poachers sometimes climb trees to steal eggs or chicks for the illegal wildlife trade. In some regions, local people shoot adult Harpy eagles because they occasionally take livestock like chickens near forest edges. Natural risks include strong storms that can dislodge branches or cause the nest to sway dangerously. The parents stay vigilant, using their powerful presence and sharp calls to deter intruders. After nearly 2 months of constant care, the egg finally begins to pip. A tiny crack appears, and a new life, destined to become one of the forest's most formidable hunters, starts to emerge from the shell high above the deadly jungle floor. When the chick hatches, it is incredibly small, helpless, and covered in sparse white or pale gray down. Its eyes are partially open, its legs are weak, and it can barely lift its head. At this stage, the chick weighs only a few hundred grams and is completely dependent on its parents for warmth, protection, and every meal. The female stays with the chick almost constantly during the first few weeks, providing shade from the intense tropical sun and shelter from pouring rain. The male hunts relentlessly, delivering fresh prey, primarily sloths, monkeys, opossums, and large birds, which the female tears into small pieces and feeds directly to the chick. Feeding occurs several times a day. The chick begs with high-pitched calls, and the parents respond with care and precision. In the early days, the chick cannot regulate its body temperature well, so the mother broods it closely. especially at night when temperatures drop in the canopy. Threats are numerous even at this dizzying height. Heavy rains can soak the chick, leading to hypothermia. Strong winds can make the nest sway violently. Although the height protects against most ground predators, arboreal threats exist. Large snakes, climbing mammals, or rival birds of prey might attempt to raid the nest. The most serious danger is sibling competition if two chicks hatch. The stronger chick often dominates food and space, sometimes causing the weaker sibling to starve, a harsh natural mechanism that ensures only the fittest survives. The parents are extremely aggressive defenders in the first weeks. The female, in particular, can be fiercely protective, charging at any perceived threat near the nest. Despite this, the tiny chick remains fragile and spends most of its time sleeping or begging for food. Slowly, over the first 30 days, the chick gains strength. Its down thickens, its body grows, and it begins to show the first signs of the powerful predator it will one day become. By around 30 to 40 days old, the Harpy Eagle chick enters a phase of rapid physical development. The soft down is gradually replaced by dark juvenile feathers. Its legs grow stronger and thicker, and its massive talons begin to develop. The distinctive double crest on its head starts to become visible. The chick now spends more time standing on wobbly legs inside the huge nest. It practices stretching its wings, which are already impressively large for its age. Balancing becomes a daily challenge as it shifts its weight on the uneven nest platform high in the swaying canopy. Feeding remains intense. The parents bring larger pieces of prey, and the chick must learn to tear and swallow bigger chunks. Competition for food is no longer an issue if it is the only survivor, but it still begs loudly and aggressively to ensure it receives enough calories for its explosive growth. At this stage, the chick is still highly vulnerable. It cannot fly or escape danger. If a storm hits or a predator approaches, its only defense is flattening itself against the nest or relying on the parent's fierce protection. The mother continues to guard the nest closely while the father hunts farther afield, sometimes traveling many kilometers to find suitable prey. By 60 to 70 days, the young eagle looks much more like a miniature version of its parents. Its plumage darkens, its bill strengthens, and its wings grow longer. It can now stand confidently for longer periods and begins making short hops and wing flaps within the safety of the nest. These movements are crucial training. The chick is building muscle strength and coordination that will be essential for life in the complex three-dimensional world of the rainforest canopy. Around 100 to 140 days old, the young Harpy Eagle reaches one of the most critical and exciting stages, learning the skills for independent survival. The first major milestone is learning to fly. The chick begins vigorous wing flapping exercises while perched on the edge of the nest. These sessions are energetic and often clumsy, with the young bird losing balance and tumbling back into the nest material. The parents may reduce feeding slightly to encourage more activity and strengthen the chick's flight muscles. First flights are short and tentative, usually just gliding or hopping to nearby branches. The dense forest environment makes flying extremely challenging. The young eagle must learn to maneuver skillfully between thick branches and vines without crashing. Simultaneously, it starts learning to hunt. The parents begin bringing live or recently killed prey and sometimes drop it near the nest or on nearby branches instead of feeding the chick directly. The juvenile practices striking with its powerful talons and massive bill, learning to grip and subdue struggling monkeys or sloths. Success rates are low at first, but each attempt builds critical skills. It also learns to recognize danger. The young eagle becomes more alert to movements in the canopy, the sounds of approaching storms, and potential threats from other raptors. It practices remaining motionless for long periods, a key hunting strategy of adult Harpy Eagles. By 150 to 180 days, the juvenile is nearly as large as its parents, though its plumage is still juvenile and its flying technique less refined. It ventures farther from the nest, exploring nearby branches and improving its balance and agility in the treetops. The parents continue to provide food during this period, but the young bird is increasingly expected to observe and imitate hunting behavior. After approximately 180 days from the egg, the young Harpy Eagle has fledged and is ready to take its first real steps into the dangerous world of the rainforest canopy. It leaves the nest platform and begins moving through the surrounding trees. At first, it stays relatively close to the natal area, still receiving supplemental food from its dedicated
A
parents.
crucial educational
However,
moment.
the
The
adults
adult
gradually
demonstrates the
reduce their
silent ambush,
deliveries,
successfully
pushing the
snatching the prey
juvenile
while
to
the
hunt more
juvenile observes
actively on
every
its own.
detail.
Now, the true test of survival begins. The young eagle must master silent flight through dense vegetation, locate and capture elusive prey like sloths and monkeys, and defend a territory in a forest full of competition. It faces risks from falling, injury during clumsy flights, starvation if hunting fails, and occasional conflicts with adult harpy eagles or other predators. Those that survive this demanding post-fledging period, often supported by their parents for many more months, develop into powerful, silent hunters capable of ruling the upper levels of the rainforest. Only a small percentage of harpy eagle chicks reach full independence. The ones that succeed become apex predators, playing a vital role in maintaining the balance of the forest ecosystem. The 180-day journey from a vulnerable egg high in the canopy to a capable young survivor is one of nature's most impressive feats of parental investment and determination. This is why the harpy eagle truly earns its legendary status, raised above the deadly forest.